Hello, my name is Javier Chagoyen Lázaro, City of Oxnard Chief Financial Officer. Recommendation that the Measure Citizen Oversight Committee receive and file Eddie and Payne Audit's opinion of the Measure of Revenues and Expenditures included as a supplement to the City's Annual Comprehensive Financial Report for fiscal year 23-24. The City auditors issued the City Annual Comprehensive Report for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2024 on March 3, 2025. This report was presented to the City Finance and Governance Committee on March 11, 2025 and to the City Council on March 18, 2025. The City received a clean opinion that also applies to the measure of financial information. The balance sheet for Measure O Fund represents what the fund has and its owed, the assets, what it owes, liabilities, and deferred inflows, and the difference between assets and liabilities, fund balance. The sum of liabilities and fund balance is equal to the assets. The total assets at the end of the fiscal year were $30.5 million, $6 million higher than the prior fiscal year, mostly driven by the increase in the cash and investment position, partially offset by the reduction in the balance of the loan to the general fund. Total liabilities and deferred inflows at the end of the fiscal year were $0.8 million, and the fund balance was $29.7 million. Fund balance increased by $5.9 million. The fund balance has various components. $1.8 million of non-expendable funds match the receivable amount for the last installments of the loan to the general fund that will be paid in fiscal year 25-26. $27.8 million of eligible services under Measure O. Of those funds, $15.4 million are appropriated for existing projects and $12.4 million is available for appropriation. The later amount of available funds will be taken into consideration during the preparation of the fiscal year 25-26 budget. In this slide, we're going to compare fiscal year 23-24 with the prior year fiscal year. Revenues for fiscal year 24 were almost $19.7 million, an increase of $0.7 million with respect to the prior year. This increase had two components. On one side, sales tax decreased by $0.3 million, and that decrease was partially offset by the increase on interest revenue. Total expenditures decreased by $5 million. Current expenditures explain most of this decrease, and the reduction is driven by the implementation of the winning schedule adopted by City Council. Other financing uses increased by $4.3 million. This category includes project costs made by the repayment of the general fund loan and reflect the transition of applying Measure of funds to one-time projects. In this slide, we are comparing the actual activity of fiscal year 23-24 with the final revised budget for that fiscal year. Total revenue for fiscal year 24 was $0.1 million higher than the revised final budget. Sales taxes received from Measure O were $0.7 million lower than the budget amount. On the expenditure side, those were $1.9 million lower than budget, driven by the delay of the loan for the acquisition of the homeless center that has been completed in fiscal year 25. Net transfers out were $11.2 million lower than the final budget amount, and the projects funded in fiscal year 24 will be executed in fiscal year 25. Recommendation that the Measure O Citizen Oversight Committee receive and file Eddie and Payne Audit's opinion of the Measure of Revenues and Expenditures included as a supplement to the City's Annual Comprehensive Financial Report for fiscal year 23-24. This concludes the presentation. Thank you.